from Costa Rica. I'm here to tell you a great story about a construction journey in Costa Rica. My husband and I came from Canada. The first thing we said was that we were going to rent for about a year, 6 months to a year. That's kind of the common sense narrative to buying down here, that, you don't buy anything right away. But on day 12, we were a bit restless. And we were just, looking up properties, and we sent a message to our realtor, just wanting to know the addresses, so we could drive by. Our budget was really small. I'm not going to go into what we paid. I wear my heart on my sleeve, but my husband's a little more private. So I'll just tell you, though, that our budget was pretty low. And so we weren't expecting a lot. We were just wondering, what we would get. We wanted our own property. We didn't want to be like in a gated community or apartment or anything. And so when I messaged the realtor, Gabrielle Simon, and she is a rock star. She was vetted and recommended by Sarah Elena, who is a relocation expert in Costa Rica, and she's recently been picked up on Home and Garden TV. I actually have a stand for this camera, and the wind just knocked it over and broke the holder, so I'm holding it. So I won't be here too long. Everybody's driving by and waving and honking. It's so friendly. Anyways, let me get to the point. This house that I'm about to show you, we got for an incredible deal. It's a duplex up in Alta del Monte, which is about 7 minutes from Atenas in Costa Rica. And it's a really sought after neighborhood. And you get up here and you have this fresh breeze. And she sent us this duplex, and we couldn't believe it because it was just a little over our budget, but it had rental income, like someone who's lived in the suite for a long time. So we're like, wow, like that would be really doable. So we came to see it, and I don't know, like after living in Rio Grande, which we call the Gulch, it's kind of a low elevation part of Atenas. It was really hot and humid. We were in kind of a jungle area, which was beautiful, but it was just hot. And we're up here and you just get these beautiful messages. I was getting a message. Beautiful breezes. When we came up here to see this duplex, the view was just outstanding. And we're like, wow, like why is this so affordable? And then we found out. We found out because right behind me there, see this driveway and gate? Yeah, that's the completion of a huge construction journey. This big, I'm gonna turn the camera now. Oh, is it not gonna let me? Well, sorry for my blonde moment, but you'll just have to see the pictures. So in behind me, there's this big stone wall. And the house had the duplex plus another house on it. And when she subdivided, that house has the right of passage and the gated entry. So the concern was that if new owners purchased it and didn't want us driving back and forth in front of their house to use the gated entry, which is common in Costa Rica, like some people do share a gate, but some people don't want to. And I wouldn't blame them because it's noisy and you're driving right in front of their place all the time. So if that was an issue, they could deny us right of access. So the one solution was to buy the right of access, the strip of property, which doesn't really solve that issue. And it would have made the house too unaffordable. We wouldn't have been able to afford it. So the other option was to blow out a hole in this wall. And you're going to see this in the video. I'm going to show you the whole process. It's incredible. Mario of Macro Deceno Construction has just been a rock star. So it was a third of the cost to hire Mario to blow out this 3-foot wall. It's 3 feet thick in some parts with the jut outs. It's an incredible job. And yeah, we saved a lot of money by doing that. The seller didn't want to take that on. So we were like, we will. Like, that was our option, right? Rite of passage or hire someone to blow a hole in this massive stone medieval wall. We call it the boiling oil wall. In the old days, they would pour boiling oil or hot sand on people trying to climb up into the castle. We have been so blessed and aligned with all the great people. And I'm going to show them to you in the end of the video. The lawyer and the escrow, the real estate agent. And this all happened because of Sarah Elena, our relocation expert. I would never recommend doing this, relocating your entire life without some help. Because they guide you and really give you like all the vetted, trusted sources. And we've had them all. This has been an incredible journey. and I'm so happy to finally share it. And the house itself, I'm dying to do a video and show you the house, but my husband's Mr. Fix-It, and he's working on a whole bunch of little projects, and they're almost done. There's just a few more, like light fixtures and things, and then I'm gonna like do a tour of the house. It's really cool. We got it for a song and a dance because it's only a 1-bedroom with a loft, and so's the other side. But our side also includes a guest room above the carport, and that's going to be great. We're going to add a little bathroom and kitchenettes when we have family and friends come and stay. And we also hope to use it for people who want to come down here to scout and relocate. I'm not a relocation expert, and I would never ever, I'm not interested in doing that, but I'm interested in hosting. And it'd be a really great deal because it's not a super big space, but the view is incredible. Like, we can see all the way to the Pacific Ocean. I'll show you that too at the end of the video. I got a few sneak peeks, shots of the house inside, and our beautiful views and sunsets. Our tenant is up there, and so she gets the morning, the sunrises, which is too bad because she's kind of a night owl, but we have the side with the sunsets, and yeah, we like that. And the view, we can just sit whether in our house or up on our little loft above the living room and see all the way to Punta Leona. And you can almost see Punta Arenas, but you can't see the peninsula, but you can see up to there. So that's it. Thank you so much for following our journey. Please subscribe, give this a like, give it a share. If your construction buddies want to see some guys like chopping through this 3-foot thick stone wall. It's incredible what you're going to watch now. So Pura Vida, thanks a lot. Again, this is the contractor doing the first cut. He successfully ran some power from the outside of the house. And it's interesting that my husband just explained to me that they're not cutting the entire wall out, that they're actually going to start like up here. So this part from here to here will be built up. And there will be like a concrete sloping wall here and another concrete sloping wall there. That leaves a great retaining wall by leaving that piece in here. And we're going to cut up in here. So we'll just like drive up. Okay, so we got the railing. They've taken the railing out and they kept it in the one piece so we can use it on the inside there as a railing coming down the driveway, which I'm sure our 81-year-old tenant will appreciate. Super cool. Yay! It's coming along. Gracias. See you tomorrow. Okay. Ooh, in about 2 hours they're gonna cut, but they say from the inside of the wall. On the inside of the wall, they're going to use a special machinery to cut in, kind of where you can see they've been chipping away. Stone is just so thick. These guys are amazing. So grateful. Brandon, he does have his glasses on. A friend of mine did this kind of contracting. I was watching the videos going, he's not wearing glasses. And there is a guard on the saw. My friend said he had some injuries from kind of
no, que se ponga. El casco no, no 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 que se those rocks are really hard.
Yeah.
So they're knocking the rocks out
Got
to
it.
make it easier to cut.
To cut through the concrete. Yeah, makes sense. So just there, he was measuring along there. We're gonna cut that out. We're cutting out the rocks, chiseling out to make it easier to cut through. And when that hole's done in there, they'll build the driveway up here so that they're not cutting out the whole thing, they're just cutting out the top. It's just beginning for a retaining wall. And there's gonna be some concrete wall kind of sloping here. Another one sloping here for the entrance. Needing help with the water runoff. This is so cool. Need to get the lawn chairs. This is better than Disneyland. This is cool. And the restaurant owner just down the road talking to my husband. Meeting the neighbors already. Cutting right in there. Should have brought the lawn chairs. Wow. Super excited to share this process. Yeah, it's chipping away now. On the inside now. It's long now. This is gonna go quickly. Day 3, and this is what they've done already. It's incredible how fast they've been. You know, it started with a little chink chink. Next thing you know, they have the excavator here, and it's like clawing and smashing. This is going to be amazing. In another 9 days, hopefully, it'll be a big gated entrance with a driveway up to the house. 2 concrete strips. And the railing that was here, that we had them take out in its entirety. And that will be put on the inside wall as a handrail going down. So when we get old, we'll slip and fall. Anyways, thanks for following our journey. I think a bug's biting me. Pura Vida. Hope if you're enjoying this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. put the pipes in. Nice. Oh, it's getting carved out. Carved out now. Now this part. I'm gonna cover that up and build it up to about there. And then start the driveway all the way up. Okay, day 6. Yesterday they just worked for a few hours, so they brought all the dirt. And today, this is part 8, day 6. That's awesome. So they're filling it. Got that pipe there. They're almost done. There's just that one section left. Wow. Then they're going to cover the pipe, the dirt, and build that up to where that gentleman's standing, right to the top of that wall. And they're going to make concrete sloped kind of dividers on that side and that side. Right, and we'll drive in right up there, and then they'll put the driveway in going up. And then lastly, the gate. Probably have it painted green to match the fence up there. Get one of these funky little garbage baskets. We move in 11 days. This is a 12-day project, and this is day 6. So things are really going to speed up now. Woohoo! And this morning, look at this. The ramp is built. All the tree stuff has been cut out there. There's a bit of drama. Yeah, that's the contractor, Mario. That's our hero. And his wonderful crew. We got the ramp built. That's where my husband's walking up. They got all the brush cut out. This is built. Yesterday there was a little bit of drama because they accidentally hit a water pipe. They aren't buried very deep here. And so they broke one, but they fixed it. But the seller, who's still, we're renting to her for free for the last little bit, made a big deal out of it, saying, who's gonna fix it? And it doesn't concern the house. It's actually was out here past the meter. So it's fixed. But then she tried to interfere, saying that they were not allowed to go in there and dig where we're going to have our concrete driveway. And that would have been a big issue because we would have had to have asphalt, which breaks up under the hot weather. So fortunately, our lawyer's awesome. She got back to us on WhatsApp right away and said, oh, no. You're the legal owner now. She cannot interfere. She cannot tell your workers what to do. And just tell them to ignore her. So that's what we're going to do. Is just ignore her. And my husband actually is going to go up there and they're going to put some temporary fencing to block so she can't come down here and interfere. I mean, she wants to walk down the road. She wants to give suggestions, that's fine. She's a nice enough lady, but she really kind of threw them for a loop too yesterday. They've been storing this excavator. They asked us if we would ask if she could store the excavator. And we said no because she's kind of, been a little difficult to deal with. And they asked her, the excavator operator, 5-6 days ago, and she said yes. So, oh, that's nice. Okay, maybe it's better just that they asked her. This is Mario's van, Macro Construction. Getting that. It's awesome. We're in such good hands. This is such a great guy. He's the engineer. So anyways, they asked if they could store this in her yard, which is up there. That's where the other point of access is. If you go up around the corner, she has her own gate. That's why we had to create this one, because there's a house over there and she's eventually going to sell that. But she's renting it out August 1st. So she let them store this till yesterday morning. The guy wakes up at 5 o'clock to her phoning him saying, come get this out of my yard. And he's like, what? And she's like, I didn't give you permission to store it here all week. You have to ask me every day. So he gets there at 5:30, 5:45. And you know what she says? Oh no, you can't get it now. You have to come back at 7 a.m. So, there's some control issues going on. And we're just grateful that, hey, we are the owner. She's now just our tenant. She has no say over it. So we've already checked on the electrical. They have, and it's fine. Okay, so my husband's gonna explain.
The pipes come through here, the water and electrical, that come underneath here and then up there.
And they're dug deep enough that there's
Yep.
no issue.
No issues
No
at
issue
all.
at all. So, you know, it's kind of a blessing that that happened yesterday with the water main, because, you know, now we've been alerted there's no issue, and the owner, the previous owner, just has to relax and trust that accidents happen and everything's in good hands. And if something did happen, we certainly would deal with it, right? So yeah, this is exciting. So yeah, here's our driveway up here. Oh great, and that's great that they have that gate there. That's smart. They already did that? Love it. Hi puppy.
We'll keep the dogs out too.
Yeah, it keeps the dogs out. Awesome. So yeah. Then there's the neighbor's driveway. Good, I'll be able to yell at them. Apparently when you move in your new house, it's really customary in Costa Rica just to be friendly and say hello, bring something to eat. So I've discovered this amazing upside down pineapple cake. Like, it's the best cake I've ever had in my life. So I'm gonna buy a bunch of that and put it on little you know, recycled plates and bring that to all the neighbors and get to know them. It's a neighborly thing to do. Anyway, saying a little prayer and blessing for my neighbor. Don't want to have bad will against her. Not that one, the seller. It's all going to be fine. She's got to learn how to trust. We've sure learned to do that ourselves here. Pura Vida. Woo. What day is it now? Yesterday they did a little bit, but it rained the night before. It was really wet. So now they have packed down the dirt with some concrete. And it goes all the way up there. And then the hand railing is going to go along here. We're not going to use that chunk anymore. He's going to build something really simple and inexpensive that comes all the way down. So if we're walking down to do the garbage, or our tenant who's 81 years old needs to walk down, it's safe. And yeah, and then he's got to do like the grass up there. We're going to do that tomorrow. And then they've got the asphalt. We're not going to do concrete, we're going to do asphalt, because the way he has packed this, it's going to be really great. And then the runoff, you know, the water will run off there into where they've put that ditch so that it doesn't run out onto the road or into the neighbor's driveway. So pretty cool. We're at about day 14. There's been a few delays because of weather, and they did amazing in 10 days. Our contractor, Mario, Macro Deceno Construction, knocked that hole out of this huge rock wall and put in a driveway. They put in the piping for the drainage. Oh, buenos dias, and here comes the asphalt driveway. Buenos dias! Hola! Oh, amazing, awesome. So isn't that something? And this new neighbor here is so nice. She sent me a picture of the sunrise the other morning. So check that out in my shorts, okay? And look at this. Wow! So cool. Here we go. Very exciting. And once this is done, then the last part is putting in the security gate right here. It's been amazing how fast they've done this. How skilled and awesome and professional they are. Jeff up the driveway. I'm going to be taking all of the video footage that I've done on a horizontal, making a big before and after to combine sort of everything I've been showing every few days. This is the seller's dog. He can be pretty ferocious, but he likes us. Hello! Hi, sweeties. Oh boy. Hola! Yeah. It's kind of widening out here, so Jeff's just talking to the guys about bringing that closer in together. That's a good point. Okay, I've been going seeing which day it is and which part. I'd say this is part 10. It's about day 8. It's going really fast, but then we had some weather issues, but most of it was done by then. In 10 days, they blew out this wall. That's our contractor, Mario. He's a total rock star. So they blew out this wall between here and here. And then they had to create this ramp, like by building up all the dirt and placing water drainage pipes. And then, is it okay if I walk? Yeah. And then he's just explaining to us that there's a bit of cracking, so they're gonna get some powder and fix that. And it's just, yeah, right to there. Just the roller does that when it goes up. So that's great. So that is it. So then the last part's gonna be, we've asked them to put a hand railing in to come all the way down here. So when we're taking the garbage out, or our tenant, who's 81 years old, needs to go to the bus stop across the road, then I want her to be safe with the railing. And then we're gonna have a security gate to go right here. And it'll probably be sort of green, like that color. And then that's the garbage can. That's how we put our garbage out in Costa Rica, just high on a pedestal so the dogs don't get it. And we'll have one, I imagine, on this side that'll be green. So this is super cool. And this is CostaRican Construction, the best construction company you could possibly get. He does all kinds of jobs, building houses. He took on this big wall project. Look how thick it is. To think they chopped through all of that. Watch all the earlier videos, but I'm going to put it all on here too. Pure Vida. So today they finished doing the paving of the ramp and then all the way up. So now they just got to fix a few little areas that cracked from the rollers. And that's done all the way to the top. Yay! You can see the ocean so nicely right now, especially over there. Like, look at that. You can see like the waves. It's just incredible. It's a beautiful view. Wow, the fog rolled in and it rolled out, and look at this view. There's Punta Leona. There's the whole coast. We can see the entire coast. Thank you, good neighbors. Look at this. You can even see a boat out there. And another one. We could not. Oh, look at that. That's wow. 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 $75 Canadian. That's what we owe the neighbor for cutting down, trimming all those trees and shrubs right there. Woo! Incredible.